Here we're going to look at question 78 from the IMAT 2012 paper. So in this question, we're given this diagram of a pentagon with 5 sides labelled A through to E. What we're told is that R represents a rotation mapping, which just rotates A to B, B to C, C to D, and so on. We're also told that we have this symbol S, which represents a reflection in the y-axis. So R, of course, is just going to be this rotation of one point round a clockwise direction, and S just a reflection. With this information, then, what the question asks us to do is to find out which of the following changes the position of D, and we're given these 5 different orders of these transformations which we were just told about R and S. So if you'd like to have a go at this question yourself, then please pause the video now, otherwise we'll have a go at doing it together. Okay, so to try and answer this question, let's move through each of these sets of rotations and reflections one at a time. So if we begin with A, then the very first thing that we're going to apply to our diagram is this rotation R. So basically, what that does is if we consider position D, it's just going to move it round one position to E here. We can then go ahead and look at our second translation or transformation, which is again just an R, so that's going to move our new D here at our position 1 round to position A. Next we have this translation S, which of course is just a reflection in the y-axis. So all that's going to happen is that the other points on our pentagon are going to move, but this point is just going to stay the same. So it's still going to be at position A. Next up we have another of these rotations R, and R we know is just a rotation in the clockwise direction. So this is just going to move our point D around clockwise to position B. So at this point, some people might be inclined to think, well, perhaps we should rotate it the other way because we've done a reflection in the y-axis. But that's not what R is. It doesn't say that R is dependent on S at all. It just says it's this rotation in this direction, so we should still obey the same direction. Anyway, having said that, let's move on again to the next part, which is another reflection in the y-axis, which is going to move our point D over to here, position 5. Finally then, we just have one more rotation in the clockwise direction, which we can just use our same rule again, and moving 1 point clockwise, we just get to this final position here, which is where A initially started. So what that means is that D is at a different position to where it started, and therefore A is going to be the correct one, since it moves the position of D. Now, of course, if you like, you can move through the other points and check that they're going to leave the position of D unchanged. But just for the sake of this video, since we've found the one which leaves D in a different position, then we can leave it there. So our final answer is just going to be A.